Hello, 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 and welcome back, Love Tribe members. So we've got a general collective reading today and some signs and synchronicities that this message, it is a timeless message. I do pray and manifest that it finds you when it is meant to. Some synchronicities that may let you know that this is particularly relevant for you in this now time is seeing progressive number sequences, like forward moving number sequences. In particular, I've been seeing a lot more of 4, 5, 6. I saw a pronounced 6, 7, 8 last night, and I felt like Spirit was really highlighting that. And if not just 6, 7, 8, I also get 7, 8, 9 as well. So 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. And I also was seeing like 10, 11 and 11, 12. So rather than seeing 10, 10 and 11, 11, I was seeing 10, 11, 11, 12. I did see the others in other places, but these are the ones that Spirit is highlighting for me. Comment down below if you've been seeing any of these particular frequencies as well. I probably will do some mini polls and some shorts around these number sequences to do like a direct message, but I want to see what's resonating in the collective now because I love responding and co-creating together and channeling, if you will, collectively. Now, with these forward-moving progressive numbers, and even the fact that they wanted me to say progressive, not only, because I'm assuming I could also technically have said consecutive, right? Like maybe that would have worked. But there's something about they want it to be progressive because they want to, dare I say, I'm going to allow it. I was going to say dwell upon progress. And normally I'm not trying to dwell on anything. And we certainly don't want this to be in a disempowering way. What I'm getting though is Spirit is highlighting this focus and this commitment to progress. This focus and commitment to step by step, action by action, breath by breath, thought by thought, feeling by feeling, emotion by emotion. These things, just one in front of the other. Now, I am doing it at this pace. This is not to say that you cannot or will not pick up momentum or speed. I find encouragement with this. This is not critique. This is not shade. There is an affirmation and a recognition and confirmation that the steps you are taking forward to progress, to not stay at the same level or space, is being heavily noticed and celebrated by your guides in the universe. So congratulations for that. And with that, I'm also getting this, thank you, Spirit. It's almost as if there is this, with every step forward, we are more and more beyond whatever was your most recent, I want to say, your most recent liminal transition space. Meaning, in the metaphor when people talk about the light at the end of the tunnel, but there's times where you're in the tunnel, right? Like there's that point in time where you're in the tunnel. And there may be even the moment in the tunnel where it doesn't feel like you were moving forward. Maybe you didn't see the light at the end yet. You were really in the thick of things. So it's almost like this idea of so dark where on the one hand, you were moving forward in faith, yet due to your senses being disoriented and not seeing the light yet, it didn't feel as if the progress mattered or counted yet while it was unfolding or happening within that darkness, within that liminal transition space. And Spirit is saying is like, we're beyond that transition space. We're already out of it for this collective. This is more so about you now I'm getting the sense of walking beyond habits, walking beyond distractions, walking beyond patterns that no longer resonate. This is the group where I'm getting, and I totally get it too, where it's like, we may be dancing around distractions. We may be dancing around temptations. And we may also be dancing with and recalibrating moderation and harmonization in our lives. Because some things are, yes, like we get to a moment, well, yes, yes, we get to a yes moment where it's like, okay, we can totally set something down. We know it's not for us, but not everything is like a black and white, yes or no, on or off type of habit or behavior. Some things are about cutting back, reprioritizing, and reallocating energy and focus, and coming back into a healthier relationship and a healthier moderation with things. So for a simple example that Spirit would like me to use is like, I really enjoy playing video games when I have, in my downtime. And typically when I start playing like a newer game, I can be very like in it and a bit obsessive, like really wanting to put in the hours, wanting to progress. Because I usually play games that are close to the role-playing game, or at least like missions and quests oriented, like a storyline, a plot that there is progression and you want to get through it. More often than not, that's what I like. And it's not that it's wrong to play games. There are periods in time though where I feel like I'm almost like encouraged and allowed to be more chill, more low-key, play your game, take care of your inner child, do that. And I feel as though I'm coming out of that period where Spirit is wanting me. It's not like, okay, you have to give up all your video games and put your inner child on punishment or timeout. No, rather, while acknowledging that is something I love to do and enjoy and is an enjoyable and I would say a valuable use of my time to an extent, I've been choosing to do more of my healthier and developmental and progressive or forward moving habits, like my building oriented habits. Whereas video games for me are a way to, decompress, to rest, to relax, to experience simple joy, simple pleasures, and give my inner child especially like a nice treat, if you will. That has benefit. We're not shading that, but that is, for me, it feels and it is different than when I show up on camera, press record, and I channel and I show up in service to the divine, to Spirit, to ancestors, as well as to the collective, to you, to those I am connecting with here in this now. And this is not only building, my intuitive abilities and skills and my communication skills and my comfort in front of the camera. It isn't just building up the audience in which I'm connecting with as I ideally, manifest, more followers and more subscribers, which I'm very grateful for. It's also building up the business aspect where it's like, okay, by having this content, putting myself out there, letting myself be seen and received as an intuitive, as an oracle, as a channel, as somebody a practitioner who's available. These are things that are helping me get more and more to greater levels of stability and security, and not just financially. This is getting me to greater levels of stability and security in my identity, in my power, in my self-knowing, in my perseverance, in my leadership, in my harmony. It's like the more and more I actually take these aligned actions and kind of rebalance scheduling and prioritizing in a given week and given day, the more and more I'm living the life that I have been dreaming up, the life that I have conceived of, the life that I have wanted. So Spirit is saying, with these number sequences, the 4, 5, 6, the 6, 7, 8, the 7, 8, 9, especially 7, 8, 9. You're stronger than the distractions. You're stronger than the comfort habits. And when I say stronger, it's stronger and wiser. It's the strength in the sense that you have the ability to say to yourself, your inner child, for example, is like, yes, we are going to have that game time. Another plane. Oh, another plane taking off. Another synchronicity, I wanted to say. Mad planes launching. And if you hear bells ringing around you, bells today, that was another one. Thank you, Spirit, for some audio synchronicities. Audible synchronicities. So many things coming in at once. Okay, we are going to start with a Goddess Guidance Oracle card. That's the card we're going to use today. However, thank you. Stronger and wiser. Stronger in your boundaries, both with others and first and foremost with yourself. So you're able to tell your inner child, be like, okay, baby, like, yes, we want to play the game today. We want to do that. However, We also have been receiving the inspiration from spirit to take this aligned action. So let's do that. And then we can go play so that we can do so without feeling rushed to productivity or what have you. And so we don't feel that lingering pressure or obligation, so to speak. It's like, let's clear it out. I know it's very basic, but it's coming back and more to that energy and that old phrase, why put off till tomorrow what you can do today? And this doesn't mean doing everything today. And I saw 10:11 on the timer just a second ago. So confirmation, ding, ding, ding. It's like I'm feeling in this collective where we're at this moment in time, it's like your self-awareness is peak right now. Your ability to be like, okay, girl, am I numbing? Okay, baby, am I like distracting myself? Or am I allowing myself to be distracted? Am I hyper focusing? Am I falling back in an old pattern? Am I falling back in an old habit? And how is my energy leaking out through this? Or how is this where I'm giving my attention, and intention, name it, claim it, own it, accountability. But where I'm giving this attention, intention, is this an energy leak? Am I opening a door or a portal to distractions, to other people, things, entities, attention, trying to claim me and my energy, my resources, my vibration, whatever it be? And when I recognize this, and assess that maybe this is actually not in my greatest benefit. Maybe this is not actually a building thing. Maybe this is actually something that if I participate in it now, it is going to take from my energy and then leave me feeling, more depleted, more tired, more exhausted, where then maybe I won't show up for my aligned, inspired, creative, progressive actions. Okay? So you're stronger and you're wiser because your self-awareness is clocking all of these things and you're disrupting more and more. You're prioritizing more healthily, if you will. That's what's going on in this collective. So the fact that I'm starting off with this channel is clearly this is an encouragement oriented word and loving confirmation word. I can tell by the way this is starting out, as opposed to maybe needing, like, this isn't feeling like we're in this moment of immense uncertainty. This doesn't feel like a collective or an emotion of, not feeling an emotion of like overwhelm or overwhelming uncertainty. You're here, you're tuning in because this is you. You're at a point where you're really on your path and you're like, okay, I trust aligned synchronicities. I'm showing up and I'm allowing myself to receive them. So I continue to get the encouragement to stay on the path and go forward and get some new inspiration, or at least some fresh inspiration, as well as maybe a redirection of attention of how to best leverage your current abilities, talents, skills, energy, stuff like that. This reading is, I'm getting like a booster pack, a power up, like in the video games. It's like when you get a special item, like a consumable item. And I just saw 1313 o'clock. You get that consumable that kind of like helps you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This is in the video games. This is like, I'm getting like a gold potion. This is an experience potion. This is a experience booster pack. This is the item that's like, okay, for the next like 24 hours. Why did I even say 24 hours? Okay, I'm getting goosebumps. We're really cooking with gas. So for the next 24 hours, all of your experience gain is getting a 20% boost. Meaning, so in video games, like where you get experience both from battle and also the completion of the overall mission that has like the sub battles within it, you're getting a plus 20% bonus on all of that labor, all of that work, as they say in the game, the grind. So around this time that this message finds you, baby, and I'm normally not a 24-hour, tapping the tits, hitting the mic. I'm not normally, a 24-hour girl, like in the sense of that's not where I jump with my channels. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, don't force the fit. However, I feel like for some of y'all, for some of us, this 24 hours is a very magical golden hour period. So showing up for our healthy, aligned actions and creations, we're getting some kind of experience boost. Now, this isn't to say that after this experience boost period, quote unquote, wraps up, that we need to abandon things like, no, keep playing the game, keep going on your quest, keep going on your journey. And this isn't to say that at the end of this 20% experience boost that we may have completed the level up yet. And I don't know why, but they're having me think of level 14 to level 15. So those may be some significant numbers as well. But it's like, for some, it's not saying, okay, after this 24-hour experience boost period, we may be right at going from 14 to 15. No. However, we're going to be significantly further along, which is only within level 14. And we've really shaved off essentially grinding time. Like we have decreased, like we basically decreased how long it was going to take us to get to level 15. Wow, this is exciting. Okay, goddesses are telling me shuffle the cards, get the cards ready. I think that metaphor is there. And I'm even feeling like an interesting sensation around the throat, but more so lower here. So this is like for me, lower throat chakra, upper high heart chakra coming through. So those may be some chakras of relevance and resonance right now. This expression. For some, this is an encouragement. Please don't swallow your words. Please don't swallow your creative actions and impulses at this time. It's like, let it up, let it out. This is not to override practicing discernment when it comes to communication. For many, this is not saying you need to tell everybody all your business or tea. No, I'm talking about aligned and guided expression, and in the right moment, making sure you're not biting your tongue, or so, like I said, swallowing your words, and essentially putting yourself down for somebody else's benefit. There's a difference between swallowing our words and feeling like we've denied ourselves or disempowered ourselves versus using discernment and then choosing to be selectively and intentionally silent and or not saying everything because we know it doesn't feel like it's in alignment with divine timing. It doesn't feel like it's in alignment with safety. It doesn't feel like it's actually in alignment with utility and progress. All right, Spirit. Holiest goddesses, what's the tea for this collective? Can we have a card to build off of this ongoing intuitive channel you led us into? Thank you. We have Diana. Yes, yes. Focused intention with the bow and arrow in her hands. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Focused intention with Diana, the archer. Bonus for Sagittarius vibe, Sagittarius placements. Not limited just to a Saggies. Don't get upset, okay, my other signs? This is just saying, like, leaning into that Sagittarian energy of, like, knock back the arrow, like, lock target, and go for it. Take the aligned actions. Take the shots. Make the moves. I'm not saying to be hyperactive. I'm not saying do the most, do too much, be extra, forcing it. No. Okay, and be intentional. Oop, they're bringing me back into the video game thing, even the way they have me do the oop. They're bringing me back into the video game too. It's like, you've got this 20% experience boost going on right now. However, like I said, we're coming back to the character. You're level 14. Spirit is saying for some of y'all, please don't waste this 20% experience boost period. Please don't waste this time period to be doing a whole bunch of level 4. Like, I'm getting a whole bunch of level 3, 4, 5. Interesting coming into that progressive. We're beyond the 3, 4, 5. They don't want us wasting our time with the 3, 4, 5 monsters and quests because I'm not going to say we're not going to get any experience from it, but like in a video game, this is a really gamer collective, but like in a video game, you know, when you're at level 14 and then you're back in a level 3, 4, 5 area for whatever reason, if you fight those monsters, quote unquote, in those areas, you're either not going to get any experience or it's like, it's so minimal and it's scaled back because it's like, and I'm not being rude, but it's beneath your character level. It's too regressive. It's not actually moving you forward. It's just you wasting time. And it's as if you were eating scraps for nutrients versus moving forward into a more abundant like land and kitchen and dining hall where there are fuller meals. There are meals set up for your dietary needs. Like your diet has evolved beyond that. Okay? So please focus on your higher level tasks, your dream life. I keep coming back to the dream life stuff recently. It's like continue focusing on the things of your dream life, not just busy work to be busy for the sake of it, not just doing something super familiar because it's there and you know, okay, I can spend time doing this. It's like, no, go for the things that are really building you up, really building out your dreams here in the physical, like where you're receiving this transmission with me. So for example, my stuff, at least in front of the camera, is like, recording and putting out the videos. Behind the scenes, it's balancing, yes, making sure I show up for like my fitness and stretching and yoga and taking care of the body, because the physical thing, I don't know if anybody else out there has been feeling a lot of physical stuff going on, but doing that plus extra hydration because I've been extra thirsty the last several days. So that kind of care, and also working on the behind the scenes aspects of the business things, So you got your homework, you got your assignment. I think that's, okay, they're telling me shuffle one more goddess. Oh, I love it. They're having me read Diana one more time. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. And didn't I, in the beginning of this channel, like have a moment where I was going like this step by step, and I was like, actions, thoughts, feelings, emotions. I'm pretty certain I did something like that. So reading this card now is just an affirmation, confirmation of what was coming in organically, like before the cards even hit the table. It's like, keep it all in alignment and going towards your goals. Really, for those of y'all, also, for those of y'all who like audio stuff, please be listening to, healthy and aligned subliminals and frequencies and helpful, transformative audios like that. I really feel like that's going to make a big difference with this collective. I know it's been helping me with my life the last several months. That wasn't the biggest break. Let's see. Do we have any more goddesses before the tarot, Spirit? Thank you. Pele coming again with divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? And I'm pretty certain, like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, comment down below if you all remember. This card came up in another reading. Pele, divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? The fact that this is following up Diana, like, Spirit is saying, do not back down from what is calling you. Do not back down from what your heart and your soul is leading you towards. Do not give up right now. And the thing is like, you aren't giving up. You aren't giving up. You know what? That's what they were telling me earlier. And I might do a separate channel on that alone. However, it is coming into this reading, so I'm going to allow it. And as I look over here, tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. I just look over in this direction as I'm channeling and receiving. And 2 little birds, don't ask me what kind, because, I don't know animals like all of that. But these cute little birds just came and landed on the top of the fence, like the ledge part, for lack of a better word. I don't know, railing. It's not really giving me railing, but I'm just going to say railing, Why 2 birds just landed as I look over there? Dead ass for some of y'all, like, it's that double experience. It's the 20%. It's the bonus. It's the things being doubled. It's what's coming in. And now I look back and now only one's there. This is what I'm saying. It's going to be more than you anticipate. Oh, one of them is literally on the ground. Now one of them's on the ground, while now the other one just came down. Now the other one just came down. I love that this is happening in real time and you're seeing this, because everything happens for a reason in a reading, in my opinion. Obviously, practice discernment, don't force the fit. Blessings on the railing, on the ledge. And what's going to happen is there's going to be maybe like one that's going to land and drop in your reality first. One significant message, one big blessing, one big message, one big synchronicity, something of that effect, landing in your reality. And then the second one is going to come right behind it. The bonus, the double. And it's going to, from our human perspective, it's going to feel like a bonus. It's going to feel like a double. Yet in reality, it's a mate. It's a pair. It's a connection. They were meant to come in together. Even if one goes first, one is the lead, the other follows. It's meant to be within that quick connection. I don't know why I'm thinking of like Wheel of Time. I know I'm reading it, but I'm thinking of Wheel of Time, and they're making me think of horses might be another synchronicity for you, particularly white and black. White and black horses, like white mares and black stallions, because they're making me think of Lan and Maureen's horses in particular. And so even if like Maureen has Lan go ahead with the stallion first, and then she comes up behind or whatever, sending him in first, it's like they're gonna be lockstep. All right, bottom of the deck, goddess. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. And notice her with the flame by her heart. So we're getting another flamey energy, another call to the passion after Pele, in my opinion. Talking about the passion of the heart. Focusing, like, I mean, that one's clear, crystalline. Spirit is like, don't back down. It's like, you have focused intention and don't back down with divine passion in the middle. Let this reading and transmission almost serve as best as it can, serve as a final removal of self-doubt in what it is you're going for, in what it is you're showing up for consistently, in what it is you're building in regards to your passion and your soul calling. You are not behind. You are not off path. You are not off course. You are not wrong. This is for you. So if you do not back down and you show up for what you are here to do, standing up for what you believe is right, and standing up for right is like literally doing the right thing. Standing up as part of the action is like getting up, you know what I mean? And showing up. The next part is doing the things, taking the further action, taking the steps. You're beyond the 3, 4, 5 level. You're beyond the 1, 2, 3. Now you may be getting the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4s. You know, foundation, there's certain things that are always foundational. But you are so much higher level than maybe what you fully allowed yourself to feel. Because you already know and you've been feeling it. That's the gag. A lot of y'all are already more confident. A lot of you are all more and more aware of like this glow up energy. And especially internally. Some of y'all, even if you're not fully seeing it externally, in your reality, you know this glow up is real. Like, you know you're glowing up, and it's a matter of time before this erupts, and lands in your physical reality. Let's get some tarot. I love how I pick up the tarot, and as soon as I did that, the frequency I had playing just wrapped up. Like the subliminal I had playing. I often listen to subliminals from the High Frequency Guru channel on YouTube. You know, I like to cite my sources. I like to cite my inspirations, and I think it's good to help share, you know, and name. So High Frequency Guru, like big fan of their work and their content. I do play it low enough though, so I don't like, you know, do any copyright stuff, because I don't want, you know, the YouTube thinking I'm like some thieving Ikiana. So I want to tell y'all what it is. Okay. Tarot, please. Tarot confirmation, tarot affirmation. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit. What can I share with the collective in this now to help bring this further down to earth? Ooh, wow. All this? Okay. Wow, it's very interesting because there was a card that popped by itself face down, and then there was like a pile of face down. And Spirit's saying, take it. Like, don't be afraid. I'm like, okay. I'm not. 4 of Wands. Okay, I love how this came up by itself. Let's look at this 4 of Wands card. I'm using the Ethereal Visions Tarot. This looks so magical. This looks so dreamy. It's like giving me dream house, dream home, dream palace. And then look at that little like butterfly angel being at the top though. But get into that position, y'all. It's like I've got these big wings to the side, but this person is giving me like this. I don't want to assume that they're crying. For some, it could be crying. But look at how close that energy is. It's like a fetal position, but like not on the side. It's like upright. You know, she's like caving in her. like head to the knees, like closed off, not really seeing. And she's even giving gray scale, whereas the other one has a little bit more color touch going on. And this was by itself. And now they're having me look at the fruit that was on that like wreath at the top of the wands on the stick, the fruits. The fruits. Your dream home, your dream environment, your dream foundation, like whatever is meant for you as this glow up, confirmation burp, unfolds and lands as a burp lands. Thank you. That's why they had me focus on the person who was looking a little bit more grayscale and statuesque and inward while these big wings were out there. Our wings have sprouted. The wings are open. The wings are out. We are so much further out of the cocoon. And we've been out the cocoon. Continue flying. Continue soaring. Continue flying. Continue soaring. And continue to look up and look out towards that horizon. Focus on the calling. Focus on the direction. Spirit is truly guiding us into this environment. We've got to be riding the wind, though. We have to continue using our wings. And what are our wings? Our gifts, our abilities, our talents. Essentially, taking the aligned action and using who we are and what we've got to move forward. To literally move forward. And by doing so, we are, with that 4, we are recalibrating and restabilizing our lives, structure, stability, security. It's all coming in there. There is an element of beauty, though, and abundance and prosperity attached to this. Warmth, joy, sweetness. Like I'm getting all of these good ooh-ah-ah sensations and vibrations. Yet it's on us to not hold ourselves as a statue, being too inner in our inner world and getting too sucked into an inner void, focusing on the past, that we're not flapping forward. This is why Spirit is having all this progressive movement, energy, and things. It's really, I know it's cliche, but we are really the only ones who can deny ourselves. And it's not like, don't play yourself. Like I'm getting a sense of like, let's not play ourselves. We don't need to be playing ourselves here. We know this is happening. We know this is unfolding. We know this beautiful palace kingdom is ours. These dreams, it's unfolding in real life. So take the aligned actions and watch as you, by following the winds and going where you're guided, you're going to land exactly where you're meant to. And it's going to be stable, secure, beautiful, and divine, royal and regal, just for you. Not to say just for you as in you'll be alone. It could very much so be a shared environment. This is collective reading. Book personal if you want it specific, more specific. But you will have this divine and holy space in place. And I love how like feeling this thing on like the back of my, like I want to scratch over here, like one of the wing areas. All right, let's get this pile. Ace of Swords, the Hermit, Ace of Cups, Strength. I'm getting so many goosebumps. All right, they're telling me put the rest in the second line. Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, the Fool. Bottom of the deck, who are you? The Star. How did I know it was going to be a major? And I shuffle these cards a lot. You saw it on camera. I also do cleansing shuffles before and after all of my readings. Let's count this. Okay. 2 aces. 4 major arcana. 1 court card, and then we have 2 general other minor arcana. We have the 4 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. So let me show you the 8. So the first line after the 4 of Wands, you already saw that. We have the Ace of Swords. Shiny, shiny. The Hermit. Ace of Cups, shiny, shiny, and Strength. And I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck too with the Star card, which sat on top of the Eight of Wands. Are you kidding me? Things are coming in. They're coming in quick. Now, bottom of the deck, the Star, babies. The Star for me, wishes and dreams coming true. Like, that is a cliche and canonical, pretty universal reference in the tarot. The Star is a beautiful, like, dreams coming true. I mean, it just is what it is. It's like flow is restored. Flow is restored. The way they have me look at this water flowing down, these multiple streams, these multiple channels of water with this divine being, putting her feet in the water, playing, relaxing, serenity, hair fluttering in the wind. Your dreams are unfolding and coming true, and the only way you're going to enjoy them is if you actually put your feet in the water, is if you actually let yourself play in the water, to play in the greatness of what you've wished for and what you've been dreaming and what you've been needing. The blessings are inviting and requiring your active participation in co-creation. Your dreams aren't just these static, inanimate objects or things. It's very present with you. It requires presence, action, dance. And you honoring your North Star, your soul's calling. It's like this reciprocal and simultaneous type of energy I'm getting, and I'm like struggling to put it into like language. I love it. The Hermit. I'm looking at the Hermit and they have me look at his lantern. And there's like a Merkaba star in that lantern. And it's making me think of the Star card too. It's like you follow your North Star. You follow where your soul guides you. And you know when you deviate from your path. You know when you shift your focus away from where it is in your highest and greatest good. And that's not meant to be rude. And that's not, because you know, we're not meant to always be focused on the goal and the action-oriented way around the clock. That's why I talked about taking the video game time, the rest time, like that's fine. Yet, more often than not, there's a difference between taking a line break and pause and having fun though, versus, like I said, being diverted and distracted in ways that don't serve and or for too long. Aces for me are gifts and blessings from the universe. And the fact that you have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups, I feel as though there is, with the Hermit in between, it's like the Ace and the Hermit, the gifts of clarity and wisdom, knowledge and information, like, and I'm getting liberating knowledge, clarity. And what's really interesting to me, pardon me for pausing, however, I'm really focusing in on this, the hand on the Ace of Swords and how it's actually grabbing like the blade. It's not grabbing the hilt, it's grabbing the blade. There's something significant with that. The clarity and, ooh. Whew, I feel this. Okay. Especially strong for those of y'all who really connect with your ancestors and elders. The Ace of Swords is being handed to you so you can grab the hilt. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, your loved ones especially. I'm pretty much getting the sense of like they took the hit and they took the damage. to bring you this next wave of clarity, this next wave of liberation and freedom. They didn't want, see, they have their hand on the blade, so you grab it by the hilt and you wield it properly, and you don't take on unnecessary damage, pain, cuts, bleeding, anything like that. Essentially, your prayer, for those of you who have been praying, intending for protection and support and deliverance, and not, thank you, Spirit. For those of you who have been also praying for the change and the clarity to come in a way where you specifically have been telling Spirit, and this is absolutely me, where you've been praying to Spirit, being like, please bring this clarity and the stuff in, like, I will surrender and follow you, Spirit. I will let go. I will release. I will go where I'm called. I will do what I am guided to do. I'm asking you as much as possible, please allow this to come in without devastating trauma, without devastating change, without like a real traumatic blow to the nervous system. To make this more specific, I have been feeling these calls and intuitions for a while about like change in my environment, possibly a change to like my work and my career and like location especially. And I'm not forcing anything. I'm not pushing anything. I'm continue to be grateful where I am, making more and more use out of where I am in the space that I'm in and been in for some time. And at the same token, like I'm being open to Spirit. However, I put it out there. I'm like, Spirit, if I need to move, like I've been dead ass, like, and I want to be transparent. I'm like, Spirit, I really don't want to go through another like homelessness or near homelessness experience. I don't want to go through another experience of where I'm feeling like the bills all hit at once and I don't have any, money or tangible resources to deal with it. Like I don't want to feel like I have in certain cases in recent years where I've been needed to flee traumatic, toxic environments and connections, friendships, relationships, and things of that nature that really brought me amazing lessons, yes. And at the same token, the shell shock from that, the PTSD, like the post-trauma effects and experience that came from that. I'm like, Spirit, I really don't want to go through it again. Like dead ass, I don't want it. I don't want that. Like, please let it be easy. Let it be easy. And the fact that Spirit's guiding me to share this and I'm getting this with the Ace of Swords, it's like, that's been answered. It's not to say there won't be some challenges or things going on. I'm not, we're not going to play pretend. What's coming through here is though, it's like, this is not, for any of y'all who have had this lingering worry that this next big change you feel coming is going to be another like traumatic and painful version of that. I don't believe that's what's happening this time. I really don't. I really feel like we're being encouraged to believe in the sweetness, especially because after the Hermit, we have the Ace of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment and deep healing coming through. Another, essentially, a really heart-fulfilling, heart-healing, vibration-raising gift coming in. Something that we're going to really enjoy and really feel. And for those who are needing the healing, it's going to take you to that space as well. And even though this is giving me connected with that wish energy of the star as well. It's like, if anything, this cup, this Ace of Cups is like filled with the divine water and nourishment that's flowing down from the star. Obviously filtered and purified. We're not drinking foot water, okay? You know what I mean? Not unless that's your thing, no judgment. Now, after the Ace of Cups, though, I do have the Strength card. And I feel as though this is about having the strength and the faith to receive that cup, to take that cup in your hand and really believe in it. And they're having me look at the lotus on the cups, like believing you are the lotus, accepting and celebrating you are the lotus flower. You have risen to the top. You have done what it takes to break through from the surface after a period of submersion, immersion, making me think of the moon card in the tarot, like being down in the depths of the emotions into an intentional, watery shadow period in space. And we're rising back up and coming up from air. We already have. And so now it's like, you've already been strong enough to make it through those previous traumas, those heavy situations, those things that you were praying for, the support, the protection, like I was mentioning a moment ago. Now this is about experiencing not just strength, but power. Feeling power in the ease. Feeling power in the lighter flow. Feeling power and feeling powerful in the lighter flow and ease. And as you do this, as you accept these things, it's like as you do these things on that bigger level, on the second line, like I'm getting the sense as these things come down to earth, as you accept this truth from spirit, as they pull you and guide you out of that hermit mode, and you accept it and you take it and you believe in it and you walk forward in faith, resources, communications, collaborations are coming for you. And you're going to, and the fact that the last card is the Fool card, it's like, okay, the bottom line, we have Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and then we have the Fool. You are about incoming messages, especially because I said the Star card sat on top of the Eight of Wands, which is also about, like, for me, some form of communications, exchanges, opportunities, things of that nature, like incoming things, stuff coming towards and for you. The Knight being a messenger, Swords and air being communication specifically. 10 of Pentacles representing resources, abundance, prosperity, and wealth, not only individually or independently. For me, this is the wealth, the resources, support, and abundance that is experienced and can be experienced, is shared, is exchanged in community, in tribe, in family, in chosen family type dynamic. This is whereas the Nine of Pentacles is more about being like, you know, abundant, prosperous, wealthy, like maybe by myself here, for example, on the rooftop, like a singular being enjoying my blessings, wealth, and prosperity, security, and stability, and growth. This is interactively, interpersonally, communally, collectively. What I'm getting with these two cards coming together, followed by the Fool, I feel as though you're going to be receiving opportunity that is coming with resources, support. Also the fact that there's an elder and a younger on there. Resources, support, mentorship, guidance, not being alone, not feeling super solo. And there's an opportunity. It's a supported opportunity. And it's an opportunity that's supported not just divinely, not just invisibly, energetically. This is tangibly, physically, multidimensionally, really. And so with the Fool after that, this is about, like, I'm getting the sense of, like, and coming back to the video game, it's like, you're going to be given your next mission. You're going to be put on the next part of your quest. Like, that level up is coming through, unfolding. And it's like, before you go on the next mission, the next quest, though, it's like you've been approached, you are been specifically selected for this mission and to be communicated with, hand-chosen, hand-picked by the divine, as well as the human beings that the divine is guiding. Like basically, this is all orchestrated. You're getting the support and resources you need for this quest. And even though, yes, you have to go on it as your own main character, you know, and do your thing and do your part, I'm getting the sense, like, of course you will have solo and independent moments. Like, for example, that have me think about, like, with the whole me doing content creation, recording videos, showing up on videos. Now, this is a very independent entrepreneurial project, and this is the only thing I do. I have many passions. Like, I still want to explore more acting and modeling and being a muse and things of that nature, and calling in opportunities for that. There's, like, that balance, though, between being the main character individually and still working with and exchanging with people. Like, for example, like, one of my goals through this is to manifest clients to perform readings for and calibrations for and things of that nature. the universe is going to bring those people in. The universe is putting me more and more in community, in tribes, where this exchange of resources and sharing of resources and abundance is in greater, more natural, more easeful, and more flowing circulation. It's circulating. So stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, because the communications, the opportunities, the abundance and blessings are coming in and unfolding. However, it's not going to land. It's not going to happen if you stay in statue mode, if you stay dwelling upon the past, and keeping yourself in a black and white experience, or, you know, like, you're not doing that, but it's like, use your wings, flap your wings, because folks have to see your pretty colors. They have to hear your song, hear your voice, witness you. Witness you so they know how to find you relatively, or at least know how to get in contact with you. So they reach out to follow up. For some of y'all who are on platforms, or you put yourself out there like that, like, Spirit is definitely saying is like, be consistent with that, because it's like, your content, your face, your voice, your art, your creations are going to pop up, quote unquote, on the timeline of the next batch of, I want to say, partners, collaborators, tribes, peoples that you're meant to be connecting with. And the opportunities, it's like, you have to be putting out and doing what you've already been guided to do, so that the next wave can come in and find you and land. Spirit already knows. Spirit is guiding it. However, this is where it's the balance between our work as humans to follow the assignment and do what we're guided to do. So for those y'all resonating with me in this collective here and this now, you're being guided to do all this so that essentially the right people see you and then follow up with you. It's like, I'm getting the sense of, it's like, you're just going to use me as an example, because that's the easiest and safest way, especially in the midst of channeling. It's like, by me putting out the videos consistently, I'm going to pop up on the timeline of the right person who's going to follow up with me about the opportunities. That's what they're giving me. And it's the same for you. I don't know who that is. I don't know when that's coming, but I have a choice where it's like, do I just keep going and doing what I'm guided to do passionately? Or do I arbitrarily stop today, tomorrow, because I didn't get the communication, because I didn't get the message, because it, quote unquote, hasn't happened yet. And then by stopping, I then cut off the flow, and then you get more and more removed from the timeline. You stop popping up because you're not putting anything out there for people to receive and catch and find you. Okay? All right. Take a sip of water, hydrate. I'm feeling guided. We're gonna seal this reading in with a Marvel superhero superpower type of, oracle. However, before I do that, Spirit wants me to use a Mausolea oracle card to basically see where is I'm getting two things. One could be a potential blind spot for some people to be mindful of. Don't dwell upon it, but a blind spot to cover your bases. For some, it's a blind spot. For others, this is more so almost like a heads up. I'm getting like a heads up of like an energy leak heads up. Like, basically, did you hear that pop as soon as I said that? As soon as I said that. As soon as I said that. As soon as I said that. Okay. That energy leak concept coming back up again. So this is going to give us some insights about where our energy could be leaking or not serving if we go in this direction. For some, either at all, or for others, like doing too much. So using the metaphor I used earlier, for example, it'd be like, okay, if I like were to binge video games too much, like, what's the tea? All right, Spirit, please give us this heads up to help us stay in optimal alignment, optimal calibration. Like, what's attempting to pull us or keep us in the darkness that does not serve, to keep us repeating patterns that do not serve, like the blind spot and or area to be aware of, so that we can overcome it, because we're now extra conscious of it. Not extra as in doing too much extra conscious of it in the sense of, okay, it's like, it's been named, it's in this reading, it's at the forefront of the consciousness. We don't need to be second guessing it. We don't need to worry if it's lingering. It's like, nope, it's there. It's there. How do we respond to it from a place of strength and empowerment. So let's see what came through. The Ageless, the light in the darkness. I love how out of this deck, we're getting the card that's like literally the light in the darkness. Healing, graciousness, acceptance. And this card really reminds me of the Hermit card. Look at this card. Clock this card, the Ageless, that illuminating crystal, the staff of power. Staff of power, illuminating lantern, Merkaba. Very much tied to this. Wisdom. You are the light in the dark, just like the Hermit channels and brings the light in the dark. This has got to be probably one of, I'm newer to this Mausolea deck, honestly, but this has to be one of the lightest cards, quote unquote, in this deck that is meant to help us explore and integrate the darkness and the shadows. So the fact that this is coming up for the blind spot, and I am going to get the book for this because I do want to see what the author is giving us. My interpretation right off the bat in this intuitive channel and flow of this now. For Mortal Kombat fans, I'm getting two things. For people who love lightning, thunder, storm gods, goddesses, things of that nature, Mortal Kombat, what is it, Raiden or Raiden? I always get confused. I think it's Raiden. Raiden, also Storm from the X-Men coming through, big synchronicity. But this Master of Elements and Master of Weather. Literally, you already know. They're not even giving me a hyper-specific one because this collective is like with the self-awareness. I'm not trying to be redundant. It's like you already know. You already know what could be the blind spots and the distractions. It is about you continuing to choose to be this version of yourself. It is about you continuing to choose to be this version of yourself and keep going, like Diana, the focused intention and the consistent aligned actions. For you to continue seeing yourself as this worthy, wise, powerful, magical, strong person and being, not seeing yourself as past, outdated, obsolete versions of yourself. You are your own healer. You are your own medicine. You are your own wisdom. You're your own deliverance and grace. Yes, the Holy Spirit and the divine is too. They're coming through. But however, we have to receive that and apply that, if you will. We have to reach out and connect and allow it to flow to and through us. And for a lot of y'all, especially for those of you who may either identify as old souls or have been told that or have some kind of belief in that, like this isn't your first rodeo here, quote unquote, on earth. This is another affirmation and confirmation of that. And with that being said, it's like, if you believe that, then likely that also means in some way, shape or form, you understand like this planet, this experience, this life is all about the lessons and moving forward, learning them, integrating them, and transmuting more and more density to anchor more and more love, health, abundance, ease, and flow here on this earth is truly raising the vibration and frequency. And the only way that stops is if we basically choose to let it stop and then focus on lower vibrational stuff. All right, I do want to read the book. Let me get into this. Let's see. Also have to see which school that one is in. Because each one of these cards, there's like a couple different subdivisions. So let's see, where's the ageless? Also love learning new decks with y'all live. Interesting. Okay, I found it. This one is in the realm of Sheol. Like Irkala, the realm of Sheol is concerned with bright and dark dualities. Where Irkala focuses on the emotional experience, however, Sheol centers the extremes of human sin and holiness. To dwell in Sheol is to submit to the judgment of the absolute, to suffer between the requirements of grace and the easy torments of corruption, and to have the courage to discover where you fall in your overall contribution of good to the world or evil. before we even get to that card, that description alone, was I not just talking about like what we're choosing to do with our vibration and frequency, being the old souls? All right, now let's get into the ageless, the light and the darkness. Denied paradise on a matter of law in spite of her noble life and spirit. The court of Elohim, in their mercy, granted to the ageless the power of renewal for herself and others. This allows her to grant healing and succor to those souls suffering from harms inflicted by Abaddon's corruption. She has accepted her lot with graciousness and dignity, preferring a life of service in the acceptance of her to her fate, to one of bitterness and despair. I'm going to read that again. She has accepted her lot with graciousness and dignity, preferring a life of service and acceptance of her fate to one of bitterness and despair. Seek the ageless when in need of healing, a sympathetic ear, or the grace to accept what one cannot change. This is you. This is beautiful because this is basically saying, regardless of what you've been through, regardless of whatever injustices, whatever unfairness you believe you went through and you did go through, whatever ick, whatever BS, whatever crap, you actively have chosen, continue to choose. You do not let what has hurt you become you. You have chosen and continue to choose to not be a monster, become a wicked monster, a foul demon, a wicked person. You basically honor and protect your soul, and you're like, just because some other person was trash towards me doesn't mean I'm going to become trash. Just because somebody was harmful to me doesn't mean I'm going to go out there and perpetuate and put out a whole bunch more harm. You're like, regardless of what happens to me, it's kind of like this energy of spirit where it's like, yes, you do want, your paradise on earth, and you want that. You're not letting whatever you're not experiencing that feels paradise-like right now hold you back from essentially being a holy person and the holiest version of yourself. Holy meaning like sacred. I'm not bringing in religion here. When I talk about holy for me is of the highest, purest, like vibration and frequency. It is like pure, like going towards as close to source as we can get. You know what I mean? That's for me. And I keep feeling this stuff here in the chest all of a sudden. It's really fascinating. Now I'm hearing Adele. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sail me out, and I'll lay your ship bare. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I'm getting the goosebumps, and that it's like the fire in the Bridget. Ooh, baby. You are rising up. You are rising up. You are not rolling in the deep any longer. You're not staying in the dark. And you're acknowledged whatever could have had it all then, that was then, this is now. It's like you're moving forward. You're activated. You're like, I'm not staying stuck in darkness. I'm not staying stuck on stupid. Like, I'm not playing myself. And I don't care. Like you do care, but you know what I mean? Like, you feel me. You feel me? If you feel me, please feel me. If you don't force the fit. It's like this vibe of like, where more and more you're like, whatever is around me does not like unilaterally get to define me and dictate who or what I am. I don't give up if I am down and out. Even if I don't have all the extra capacity to be doing the most and taking for others because I need to focus on myself, yourself, it's still choosing to not be, you're still graceful. It's like this energy where you could be in the most peasant of rags and find yourself, not that you would dwell there ideally, but survival is real, but you could have found yourself in places, surrounded, as they say, like, what is it, sin and squalor, filth and squalor, stuff like that. To various effects and extents, whether for a moment or for a period of time around it, whatever. It's like you could be in the peasant rags, yet while you humbled yourself and you stay humble, You've always sought to move with the nobility and regality of like, yeah, like a regal and noble and altruistic spirit and soul, like somebody who doesn't let their hardships make them become the thief, become the rat, become the manipulator, become the liar, become the deceiver, become the demon. Like, that's not you. And because of this steadfastness in your integrity, the steadfastness of your integrity, you are receiving your paradise. You are receiving your paradise. You are moving more into your paradise. The thing is like, the ageless is here to be the sympathetic ear, to be the support. The ageless took on the role of the one who may not have had the perfect paradise experience and is the one who is helping us connect with it. She took on that sacred duty, so we don't have to take on that self-sacrificial limitation. You are your own limitations. This is about you and you. Showing up as you, slaying as you. And that Ace of Cups wanted to like lift off. All right, we're gonna wrap this. We're gonna bring it home. Longer than I thought, but this feels very in alignment. This reading, it flew by. Let's get the superhero to seal this in. An oracle of our powers, maybe. Holy ageless, holy ageless, holy ageless. Please help us in this integration. What can we integrate? Oh, that's too many, Spirit. Okay, they're telling me shuffle again, actually, for that one. They don't want me to force the fit with that, because otherwise I'm going to be here all day. But they are reminding me of the birds and how I had that whole bird moment earlier. And just remember, it's like while we're focusing on like the one thing, the one blessing, it's like be ready because there's things coming in pairs and sequences. It's not just going to be a one and done kind of thing. Thank you. I'll take this. Kitty Pride, we all begin somewhere. Kitty Pride, bottom of the deck too. Aunt May, home is never too far away. That home energy with that Four of Wands, I'm connecting that there. They don't want me to dwell on Aunt May too much. Yeah, hers is a quick message. They're saying it's like, continue to take care of whatever your home space is right now that you're in, wherever your residence is, wherever you're residing, wherever you're dwelling at present. Continue as best as you can to give it touches of home, energies of home as you would like it, as you would define it in the healthiest, most loving, high vibrational ways as possible. Like, because as Kitty's saying, we all begin somewhere. And she has the power to like phase through things, phasing matter. And she has Lockheed on her shoulder, her supportive dragon. So you might be getting like dragon synchronicities. I've been having a lot of dragon stuff come up recently. And her phasing powers, it's like you're phasing through, like, I'm getting this in a couple ways. I'm getting like phases in like a phase of time, like a certain phase is ending and you're going into a new one, like a new age, a new time period, a new chapter, a new book, especially with the Fool card right next to the Fool. But also with her phasing with this intangibility power and able to literally phase through things. What were once dense obstacles on your path that you could not overcome, surmount, or get through, you are now being activated, or you have been activated, where you're going to start like literally breezing and phasing through certain obstacles and things, like not only with ease, also with confidence. It simply requires your focus and your willingness to act and your commitment to do what needs to get done. And I love how it says we all begin somewhere, ... And I am going to check the book on this too because I want it. It's like this begin again energy. And for some of you already have been, but it's like, really? Continue taking the aligned actions and be okay with these humble beginnings. Like I was sharing one of the other channel messages the other day, is be okay with at the start, you know, like this is where it is. It's like the foundation. It's like you may not be getting For those of you who are in the entrepreneurial or social media space, for example, adapt this for yourself as you see fit. It takes time to build the audience, to attract and manifest the clients. You've got to continue putting the materials out there, though, for it to be received and then followed up upon by the prospective, quote unquote, clients, or people, patients, customers, whatever it is, whatever it could be. Allies, use the noun connector that you will. So really, it's really the only thing that would hold you back is if you really don't do anything. Is if you really don't allow yourself to continue moving forward and continue to build off of this amazing new beginning, a new space in your life. Yeah, I don't need to complicate that. Kitty, what do you say in the book? When Shadow Cat phases in, it's to remind you to let yourself learn. Kitty Pryde may be one of the most beloved X-Men, but she was also once a very young girl tasked with difficult missions. Although her uncompromised energy and free thinking didn't always go as planned, she learned from her journey. Her message to you is to let judgment phase right through you and celebrate your growth. Let judgment phase right through you. Let it phase through you like the ageless. Like we were saying with the ageless. The ageless did not hold herself back. She didn't let what she'd been through corrupt her and turn her into that soul of malice and fear and wickedness. She chose to be steadfast in her integrity. It's the same for you. Your steadfastness is key to your liberation and your growth. Let go of the judgment. That was then, this is now. That was then, this is now. That was then, this is now. The renewal, the redemption, it's yours. It's already here. It's already unfolded. It's already done. It's about you now living from that renewed space. For some of y'all, you may have taken like a spiritual bath I'm getting recently or some kind of personal baptism thing. Doesn't have to be inherently religious, but I'm getting that kind of like water-based ritual, water-based rebirth type experience. All right. I'm going to seal this in, especially because I saw it was just 111 on the clock. So with this being said, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Book a personal reading with me. Contact information down below for my profiles. If you do want to reach out, no need to force the fit. I am Dil Divine, your Philly Neighborhood Queer Muse, Oracle, and Soul Guide. And keep the focus, babe. Stay focused because these wishes are here. This is the bottom of the deck card. It's foundational with the tarot here. It's already a done data. The aces are the gifts, the blessings. So continue taking your aligned action and be ready to experience not only major joy, true shock and awe with all of the amazing things that are coming towards you, and how just when you think you're almost like, unpacking and unwrapping one gift, one blessing, another one's going to land like right next to it, or at the very least right behind it. It's going to be beautifully delicious and overwhelming. All right, so with that being said, I will be back very soon, collective. Be sure to like and comment down below, especially whatever with the synchronicity is reaching out to you. And I'll talk to you soon.